What's up, my friends? Gerald with Roof King Products and Roman Roof Cleaning. Hey, just come out with something brand new. Thought I'd show you guys around a little bit. This one's called the Joker. It's a 10-gallon per minute air system that's all in one. You can buy it with the skid and the tanks and everything ready to add a pressure washer. I can even add a pressure washer. You just tell me what gallons per minute you want, and we can put that in a hose reel on there for you. But if you want to buy it just like this as a soft wash, you can do that. This system you can rinse with. I'm one of them that I like a pressure washer better. If the house is pretty clean, just like with a engine driven pump or any of the other ones, if the house is pretty clean, you can use just air. But obviously if it's got some buildup, you might need a little pressure. But anyway, so it's the Joker. Let me show you around it a little bit. So it's got the valves on the side, obviously soap, water, and bleach. You got your on and off switch here, just like the other ones. I mean, it's basically just like the other ones. This one's actually, it's got the flow jet pump in it. It's got the powder coated hose reel. You know, obviously I like aluminum hose reels. What I love about this powder coated one though, is it doesn't have a manifold that goes through like all the other systems do. This one literally has, it's a manifold about that wide. It's just got threads that go in here and threads, you know, that you put your fitting on the inside. So literally it's about that wide. So if it gets messed up, you can just clean it out and just stick it right back together. So, and with it powder coated, I mean, it won't rust either. I've used a ton of these and had great success out of them. So anyway, so it's got 255 gallon tanks. It's all sturdy with aluminum on the bottom. It's got extra bracing, and it's also got a brace. I see a lot of guys that build these skids and they're just flat underneath. Well, if you pick it up with a forklift, you know, it could tip off and fall. So I've got a brace across there, so that way when you stick it in, when you stick the forklift in, it goes in between there, so it can't go anywhere. So that's just a little added thing that I've done, because I mean, every time I see somebody lift one of those other ones, I'm thinking, I mean, I would throw it off the truck or off the forklift. But anyway, so there it is. It's the Joker air system. That piece of aluminum there is not going to stay. It's got the exhaust there. I'm going to put a exhaust deflector on there, and then that piece of aluminum will be gone. But I just didn't want to get the plastic hot. But there it is. Like I mentioned, you can buy just the hose reel, pump, and compressor all in one, or you can buy the whole skid soft wash system, and then you also can add a pressure washer if that's something you want to do. So you got three options there. This one I've got it set up to where like I said, you have water, bleach, and soap. It's easy to put fuel in. It's easy to adjust the pressure gauge. Everything is wide open, so it's easy to use. So anyway, let me show you how this thing works. Turn the switch on, turn the choke on. All right, I have got a meter out there that is at 50 foot. So I'm going to spray to it. Okay, this is the orange gun that a lot of people are liking, so I went ahead and put that on there. But you can see it puts out a lot of volume. And like I said, you can rinse with it. You can do different patterns with it. So anyway, it works good. I'm going to walk you out here. Last time I done a video, you know, you got them stinking trolls. Well, I didn't see you mark it off. I mean, my Lord, I don't know how kindergarten you got to do some of this stuff, but let me do it. Okay, you see it's on 0. All right, you ready? All right, 50 foot, right where I was standing. So, you know, air systems are only 100 PSI, so there is some systems that'll spray a little farther. The great thing about air is they're dependable. They last forever. Everything is plastic inside, so you don't have pump problems. You know, just like any soft wash system, nothing is made for bleach, so you obviously can have issues with no matter what you buy. But there's less issues out of these than there is anything. And I can say that with confidence. You know, I've used every single system through the years, and I always end up going back to this because it does everything, and it's dependable. You know, it's even if the pump goes bad, typically the only thing that I've ever seen go bad on one is a leak. And if it does leak, I mean, it can leak for weeks and still work fine. Of course, I hate a leak, and it doesn't happen very often, but we did get a batch a year or so ago that we had some trouble with. But before and after, we've had great success. So I don't know what changed during that period, but still, they won't leave you stranded. I've never had one leave me stranded. This one, I made it to where you got 2 bolts. You can take that off so you can service the pump behind it if you need to. Makes it super easy. It's got the check valves on it on the inside, but still, like I said, it's super easy to take off of there and service them. It's got the new valves that everybody's going to there. And it's got 200 foot 5/8 spray hose on it. So that's about all I know to tell you about it. If you have any questions, make sure and reach out. Be glad to answer them. And I'm excited. I think it's going to be a cool little setup for a lot of people that's wanting to just throw a little skid in the back of their truck and get after it. So y'all have a good one. Stay safe out there.